Hello! Continuing with the dragonflies. Just got a clean canvas. Well, was clean. I managed to smudge it. With a piece of cardboard underneath and taped underneath. But I won't be worrying too much about the tape because we won't be going over the edges. We're just going to do a really quick dragonfly, and like I usually do, I'm just going to do like a body coming down like so, just to give me a guide. It's thinner and thinner up here. Using these pipettes, they're really great. And then another little guide is the wings. So I'm going to have them coming from here, up there, like so. And here, you've got to have a bit of a steady hand. And try to make them about the same size. Whoop. Like so. Don't worry about it at the moment, because this is just like a little guide. There we go, so that's that. Oh, now we got to do our middle. These are just powdered pigments. The one I've got now is just one from China. Just a powder from China. But it's a really, really good one. Not everything you get in China is bad. I've tested a few. And this one is very, very pretty. So what I'm doing is I'm just randomly, see, it even looks messy, you know? Nature sometimes, you know, looks messy, but once we put it all together, it'll be fine. This is a Pearlex Reflex Violet, a really gorgeous color. So I'm just going to go back in there and just go again, dab, dab, dab. I don't mind working with powders. They mix really, really well. And I've just got a little bit of paint in here. This is just acrylic paint, heavily diluted with Floetrol, which is not being bothered at all by resin. And somebody's going to say, you can't use Floetrol and resin. Well, you don't need to use it in resin, but I've already had this mix, so I didn't want to waste things. Okay, and that is why I do that. A little bit more of this beautiful pearl red. I don't really know what this color is called. It's just one of those no brand ones from China. But it looks really, really gorgeous. And these pipettes are just really cool to use as well. Bit extra here. Some more of this purple. You may notice that some of these pipettes are a little bit thicker at the bottom. It's only because I reuse them. I cut them and use them again. And I would like to put a little bit more of this bronze just here. And then I can use some of these colours to go down the body a little bit. Just a little drop there. A little bit more here. Maybe some of this one as well. The resin I'm using here is Aldex, and this one here, Crystal Cast. Really beautiful to work with. I'm actually using these little samples. I've ordered a 7.5 litre pack, so that should last me for a little while. Okay, so that is looking really, really cool. So I can use a stick to to just blend these in a little bit. I hope my face wasn't in. Just like that. And I might just go down like so. Just to kind of okay, so that's separated those two a little bit. Excuse me. And here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it out a little bit just to give this dragonfly a little bit of shape. But I don't want to mess with him too much because I think he's already perfect as he is. Maybe bring this one down a little bit. You can do this thing on just flat, you know, there's nothing on this canvas, so it's not moving a lot, unless your canvas or your board was really wonky and it wasn't leveled. So I like that. That's really cool. Gonna just give it a little bit of torch again. Whoop, see that? That's from that Floetrol in the white. Might even try a little bit of the heat gun, just on mild. But I like that as is. I don't want to touch it, and I know it's not like me, so I've got to restrain myself not to get into it. But there is something that I do want to do, and that is you get a toothpick or a little skewer or something, and what we can do is we can just do some of these. Don't want to mess up that line. It's actually pulling that way a little bit. Might have to stick something underneath there. So that's all we're going to do. Just go around, create these pretty little oh, definitely need to fix that. Give me a second. Doesn't need a lot, just needs a little piece of cardboard stuck under there just to lift it up, because it's pulling that way and it's going to ruin my design. Let's see if I can pull this one across just to fix it. Okay, let's go around and do some more of these. Pulling it from down there. That's already perfect. Don't want to mess with it too much. If I dip my stick in a little bit of this white and then go, wait, make sure you wipe it. There you go. Actually, what I might do is and dip it in some of this beautiful copper and just pull a line across, because I think that's what it needs. There you go. And I hope it starts to set very soon, because I don't want it to mess up. There you have it. My cute dragonfly. I'm just going to keep playing with it a little bit, just adding some more here, because this looks like it needs something else. And there's a lot more white on this side, so I'm just going to add a couple of drops of white there. On the side here. Doesn't have to be, well, you can never get it the same, but I like to have a little bit of balance, you know. There you have it. Oh, look how pretty that is now. Ha! Very, very gorgeous. Should I do something with the head? Head looks a bit pointy. Maybe very, very delicately round it up. They've just got really big eyes. The eyes take up the whole face. But anyway, it looks like a bit of a head now. There we go. There you have it. That wasn't hard, was it? That wing is definitely bigger than that wing. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. I'm going to fix that right now. You just, while it's wet, just bring it out a bit. Okay. And this one just a tiny little bit. So you can do little touch-ups like this because there's nothing really on this canvas. It's just bare canvas. Nothing is pulling it. It's just going to keep it as is. So that's moving. Obviously it's going to move some more, and I can't wait to see it when it's set and show you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now. Okay, so here is the dragonfly that I did. That's resin. This is just bare canvas, so it needs a little bit of fixing. So here's what I'm going to do. Really simple. You can use acrylic paint or just plain old permanent texture or permanent marker, and just create a little bit of, you know, shape if you wanted to. You don't have to. So before I fill all around there, I want to make sure that I've got a little shape to it. So I'm going to go right across this the resin, because that's going to be covered most likely with black. I have to stand up, you guys, because I cannot see properly what I'm doing, so I'm going to make sure that, okay, so that's okay. It's going across to there like so. Probably need to go in a little bit more. Like I said, once I fill that in, that'll be fine. Now I'm just going to go over here and a little bit here, and just follow that line all the way. Doesn't have to be perfect, and in fact you don't want it to be perfect. You just want to go follow these lines and work on fixing it. So you got to be careful when you're working with it. You can, I suppose, get just a non-permanent marker, because then you can just wipe it straight off, which is probably what I should do, just to make sure. So I've just got this pen. Hopefully it'll work. Yes, it works. So this one is not permanent, so I can wipe it off, see? But once I do it, I'll be able to. So let's say this goes here, that can go there, and then this one can kind of just go there, and then round to there. See, it's already looking like it's a bit of a shape there. And I'm just going to go like so. And like I said, does not have to resemble things. Art is it's just being creative. We're not doing realism here, so it does not have to look realistic. But I just like my dragonflies, and I like their wings to look nice. So that's that, and so I'm just going to be following. So see, I can wipe that off now and just fix that. Just go over this way a little bit, and that way a little bit, and then just bring these in. So that way we go. And it does help if you Sorry, I had to step away for a second. I've just got just a wipe. This is just an ordinary baby wipe. You can use alcohol wipes, but I don't like to use alcohol wipes over resin while it's dry. So then you just wipe that off. And then have a look at what you've done. And see if anything needs any fixing. So you don't even have to have those there. You can leave them as is. So you just sort of have a look and see what works best, what looks best in your eyes. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks or says, unless you're doing it for a customer, then you have to. But if you're doing this for yourself, it's your own thing. Whatever you want to do, you do it. Okay, there. Okay, so now I can get rid of that as well. Don't think I'm gonna have it there. That's why I use this pen, which can be wiped off, so I don't have to worry about it too much. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just gonna be going in with the permanent marker just in here. So I want to block this area, block all of that, and I'm going to go in around there with black resin. There we go. And then follow this wing around to here, but I don't have to. Just want to tidy it up a little bit. Oh, geez, I hope was my head in the way there? No. Okay, that's good. Giving it a little bit of shape there. Not sure what I'm going to do there. Should I go up a little bit? I'll see. And I'm going to go in with this one. It's quite thick, this pen, so I'm only very lightly touching. And then go around. And you know, you can just turn your artwork around. Sometimes it's hard to do it one way. You just, yeah, you turn around and do it the other way. And that, obviously, doesn't suit me, so I'll go back here. I'm going to go around. Let me just eyeball this and see. So this is a little bit thick. I'm going to go in a bit to make it a little bit skinnier. And maybe a bit more. And you'll find when you're doing some detailed work and you don't want to mess it up, that's when your hands start to get shaky. So here, that's sort of up there, and I want to bring this one up as well a bit. Just there, like so, and I'm going to block that as well. Like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually bring this, I'll use my other pen just to see what it will look like if I just, the dragonflies, they just have really massive eyes, and that's usually what you see there is two big eyes. I just want to make sure that this wing is kind of going down here and it's going down here. That's where the wing kind of goes, and this one. Alright, and then I can just make that a bit smaller, or I can add a little bit more here. So that's where you got those big eyes, and the eye will go all the way there. So that will be one big eye. Another big eye. It's usually, and then the body starts here. Okay, so it's starting to look like something now. I just go in a bit, in here a bit more, and in here a little bit more. Because if we imagine that that's the body, the wings kind of start there. Okay, so now that I've done that, I just have to go over with this black just to make sure that that paint doesn't, the texture, or the marker rather, doesn't rub off. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the eyes there. I'm going to think about that, because here, let's have a look. Let me just wipe it off now. Okay. There's going to be a big eye there, and a big eye here. If I'm lucky, I might be able to put a couple of blobs there. We'll see how we go. Actually, I might have an idea. I've got this big container. Oh, it's a big container, not too many things in this particular one. But what I can do is find some really nice, these are just skins, you know, resin skins, and some of them are really, really nice. So I might be able to, if I can pull one out, it'd be great. Improvise and have like a big eye there. This is a bit too big, but you can have nice jewel looking eyes. I've even got the clear. How to take these buggers out. Do a clear, pull one there, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to shape them a little bit, or shave them a bit, just cut some of it off, because yeah, see, it's cutting off easy. So that's nice. Maybe a clear, because I don't think I've got a black, because I think black would be ideal. I do have a black. Okay, and I'm going to play with this for a little bit and then I'll come back. Okay, so I found one which was perfect, and then I had to shave this one down a bit. Oh, all I did was just cut around, but you can use a nail file to file it down a little bit. I'm too lazy and I want to get it done. So they're slightly different colors. This one's got a little bit of purple in it and this one's just jet black. So I reckon if I can fit them in there like that, there's my eyes. Just got to play with them a little bit, just maybe go sideways a bit, like so, push them up a bit. Just remember, once we fill that in, it'll look great. So what I can do is, I can just pop them in there, pop a little bit of glue, glue them down, or just wait till I have some resin, and then just put some resin in and put them in. I reckon they need to go up a little bit, a bit too close to the wings. Then it needs another area there which I can fix, which I need a little bit of another color for that. There we go. Maybe I can slide this in there like so. There you go, look at that. Doesn't that look like it belongs there? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it down with some PVA glue, and that'll just hold it in place while I'm playing with the rest of it. And then once resin goes in between, it'll hold it and lock it in a place. And so that's what I'm going to do with the PVA glue. So the way I'm going to do that, I've got a tiny little bit of blue tack, and all I'm going to do is pop it on the end of this little stick, and then I'm just going to lift it up, because it's easier to deal with it like that, because I need to glue easy to pick it up. Okay, so this one here I need to glue right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a tiny little bit of glue just there. Just tiny little bit. That's all I need. I'm going to pop you back in there. Like so. Now, if I can remember where these were, about there and about there. And then just go with one. Oh, you bugger. Stuck too much. Okay, clean that. Suppose you can use a glue gun, probably would be better. But I am just going to use this for now. Move it on an angle a little bit. There. Just moving it up a little bit. There we go. It's a bit better now. There. That's lovely. So while that is waiting, or you can just do it just with resin. I just worry about it sliding off. So this is going to hold it for a little bit. It's going to dry clear, the glue. Okay guys, so what I did here was I got rid of some of that black here, and you do that with a bit of alcohol. You just dip your brush in the alcohol and it will take that marker off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill that bit in there with some resin and a little bit of pigment. Just want to make sure that the body kind of goes like so, to about there. I'm a very visual person. I can't imagine how these things look. I just have to play with it until I get it right. That one kind of goes all the way up here, so I might have to add that and just leave a skinny body. I think I'm just going to do that. There we go. I just have a slim skinny body. Okay, alright, so that's it for now. I'm going to get some resin ready and start working on the rest of it. Okay, back to do another little, just going to bring you up a little bit so you can see. Don't worry about the mess around, I'll fix that. So you can see those eyes, how deep they are. So all I've got here is my acrylic pen, and I just want to do, like I could do this with paint, just want to give it a little bit of, I just want to give it a bit of like a highlight, and I can actually see where the light's coming from. This is where the white is showing, so I'm just going to see if I can just do a little mark there. What I'm doing is just blocking that there. and there's a little bit coming from over here. That's all I'm going to do. Just got to have a look, and I might just put some here as well. Yeah, so there you can see that there's a bit of a, actually let me fix that. So all I've got is my brush with a bit of alcohol in it, so that I can wipe that off and then try again. Make sure that's dry and just do a little bit here. Let's just pretend that the light's coming from the top. Just pretending. Yes, always got to lift and have a look to see what it looks like. And there's probably just a little bit of something here, and maybe down here. So they've got really, really big eyes. Okay, so that's good enough for me. I admit that. Okay, so that's good enough. So then I just go around with my brush, which has a bit of alcohol in it, and just lightly, oh, all the alcohol's dried up. I dip it in there again. And just take some off, and so you just lightly doing a bit of smudging, I guess. And you pull in that acrylic across. A lot of people don't bother as much as I do, and that's fine. Sometimes it's easier that way, but I'm not about the easy. I'm about, you know, playing with paint, seeing what you can do, how far you can stretch it. That's good enough. So I'm gonna leave that as is now. I'm not gonna add the veins or anything. That's fine. I'm just gonna mix some resin and fill in the gaps.